Today, I will talk about how our children can put themselves in victim mode by unconscious use of words. Raising great kids is a privilege and a responsibility. Sometimes our children can't see their own greatness. Sometimes we can't. Other times we can see their greatness but struggle to step up because of our own challenges. We will be discussing the brain science, tools and techniques that help us raise great kids. I've been reading and hearing a lot from people about the recent shootings in America, and I want to address two of the responses people have had. And I will address the first in this episode and the second in the next episode. Now, the first response I want to address are people who go into victim mode, and this can be our children or it can be us. In this mode, there is a lot of fear. People are afraid for themselves, for their families, for their neighbors, their country, and even the world. In essence, they have enough fear to go around. And these people feel for the victims and their families, but become overwhelmed and may shut down thinking about those events. Now, they might say things like, it is hard, it is a tragedy, it is unbelievable, or it is unacceptable. Now, really think about that language and what message it is conveying on the surface and underneath. It is a common saying that words have power. What I've come to realize is that there's even greater power in how we put words together. Let's relook at what people might say when they are in victim mode. Right? It is hard, it is a tragedy, it is unbelievable, it is unacceptable, or things along those lines. Now, what feelings do these statements convey? These statements are absolutes. It gives a feeling of loss without a way of moving forward. If it is unacceptable, then how do we find acceptance and peace? If it is unbelievable, how do we process this? If it is a tragedy, how does that help us? And if it is hard, where do we go from here? Now, these words make us victims here, and we are powerless in these absolutes. Yet, these are the words that we choose. So, in essence, we are choosing to be victims when we use these words, not consciously, but unconsciously from the automatic word choices we make. So if we find ourselves or our children in this victim mode, we can consciously change our words. And what does that look like or sound like? Let's start by taking out the absolutes. Instead of, it is hard, replace it with, it feels hard. And this is a simple change, but our mind knows that our feelings change all the time. And if we want to give it even a little bit more, we can add a time statement to it. It feels hard right now, so that we can even solidify that this is going to change. Now, you could change, it's a tragedy too. It seems like a tragedy. Seems is not an absolute. It makes it seem like there is something more we aren't seeing right now, that there might be more to the story than we know. And at a higher level, when you're ready for that, we can train our brain to notice the good that comes out of even the most difficult situations. That is a topic for a later time. Today, I want you to understand that words can open us to that learning. Rather than, it's unbelievable, we can be more specific. That is not something I would choose to do. Being more specific keeps us from being overwhelmed by overgeneralized statements. If we replace "it's unacceptable" with "life isn't fair," or if you're ready for a higher step, you can add "life isn't fair by my definition of fair." When we spend our energy fighting what was, it keeps us from being present and being able to act in a meaningful way. We can feel stuck trying to change those things we have no control over. Now, words have power. Are you using your words consciously or unconsciously? Hi friends, Cynthia Armstrong here. Thanks for joining us today. Please make sure that you subscribe to our channel so you can see when new videos come out and like this one. It is such a responsibility and a challenge to raise great kids, and we are here to help you along that journey to make it as enjoyable and fun and fulfilling as possible. Please check out our website, www.raisinggreatkids.net, and I will leave that in the description below.